What is going on, Shedheads? Welcome back to the Green Room. It is Friday, and hopefully you guys had a fantastic week. And of course, let's start the weekend off on a positive note, hanging out with two of my favorite dudes, my boys, my brothers, our partners in crime when it comes down to what we do here on the show as well as on the podcast, Shedtime Podcast. Go check it out. We're just going to hang out and kind of just free ball it or free for all it tonight. We've done this a few times in the past, or we don't necessarily have really a topic or anything to talk about. We're just going to kind of hang out. And, if you guys got some questions or similar to like what happened last week, actually, maybe if you have any, problems or issues you may be having with an atomizer, kind of want to throw our way that we might be able to help troubleshoot. Think of them.
You can ask me about my weekend last weekend too, if you
Yeah,
want.
that 100%. That is totally an option. But make sure you just tag us, at Sean Typhon, at Overdrip, at or Zero Drip, because it is actually a zero.
It's a zero, yep.
And then at Frames, and we'll get to them throughout the show. But with that, let's start it off as we normally do, boys, with a little bit of what we're vaping on. So let's start off with Sean. What do you got in front of you today, man?
Wow, how convenient as I just blew out that cloud. Boom. That's a Vapor SO Gen. That's still an Axial, OG Axial, running in single coil. And it still has Turkish maize on it. Because, dude, fucking liquid. I don't know, man. It gets me every damn time. And then up next, it's that Unicorn Vert V2 with Rye 1.2 on top, purple chip drop top, and this is packing some heat because I got some raspberry psycho crawler going on that one. And dude, this raspberry flavor is like legit, straight up raspberry jam. And I'm actually enjoying this lovely glass of motor oil, courtesy of Shoveltown Brewery. It's a peanut butter coffee stout. And you definitely get the peanut butter and coffee at just the right amounts. It's delicious. It's dark. This is a Kevin K beer all day. So that's it for me. What's up with you, Uncle Chris?
Well, okay. I got a super simple night when it comes to the vape stuff, but I haven't been vaping it all day, so I'm excited. I did vape it last night, though, full disclosure. But I got the hanged, like from good old Canada. So this is why am I forgetting who makes this? Yep, it's the hanged V2.
Yeah, from those guys. Absolutely.
No, dude, it's a company you hate. Why can't I even? Honestly, that's ridiculous.
No, it's Death Wish, right?
Yeah, thank you. Oh my god.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I don't hate Death Wish. I hate that garbage ass switch.
Yeah. So like, you don't mind this one because it's a different switch.
I would die to have a Death Wish with that switch. It was that fucking terrible 2016 ass switch that they put out where I was like, that's not okay.
Dude, I will say that like this switch is not as nice as like the V2 switch. So like this is the legacy edition of the hang, because like the original hang was like 18650, right? And so this one is like the 21700 version. And like one thing I really don't like about it is like the fucking top cap does not line up with the engraving on the fucking mod, and it's really annoying. But I don't know, dude. I really like this Addy a lot. The Unholy V2, this is like the 28 version. And I don't know. I think that it's like a really good Addy, man. I like the flavor, which I'm vaping, is PVCC. So that's what I'm rocking in there. And it tastes like super good in here. So I can't even complain. And I have actually that drip tip because the chop top's too small for this Addy. So you have to get a little bit higher off. And this was actually the drip tip that came with the Doc RDA from Plan B, which I can remember that, but I couldn't remember Death Wish somehow. But yeah, so that's what I'm rocking. The coils actually in here are, I think that they're actually Breezetown coils. I think there is 26s. Good old Breezetown coils. So right now everything's just singing for me perfect. And that's everything for me. I just got that one thing, so
Very
it's up to you.
nice. I guess I'll just get into my setup here. Oh, actually, I gotta pull my other one out of my bag here, because that's also where my liquid is. I'm gonna need that too. Anywho, so first things first, I got something new in this week, guys. I know, Chris, you've seen it. Sean, I don't know if you've seen it, but I got the old new stubby from old Vaping Bogan, Suicide Mods, and Orca Vape with a 9.5 mil or so RDTA Boro Bridge sort of situation. And I gotta say, boys, pretty interesting little device.
It's a mech, right?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh.
Because you pull this handy little panel off here, and then look at that. Whoop.
Oh,
Little screen, up and downs, fire button, and then,
single 18.
yep. And you pop this door off over here on this side. Got the little finger thing up at the top, so you don't have to worry about no battery ribbon or any spring loadedness. You just slide your battery in,
banging it,
tighten it down until it's, finger tight. Bada bing, bada boom, you're on your way. And gotta say, so far, I've been enjoying it, man. I've been enjoying it because I do have a Breeze Tones single on the inside, which is one of his, I believe it's this specific one here, which is Tricore Alien triple 30 wrapped in a 38 2.5 mil on a 4.5, or what coming out to, or with 4.5 wraps, came out to 0.4 on the nose. And I've got it. I got the bottle upside down because I don't have much left, but some pink punch berry from Marketplace is what's on the inside, and I gotta say it tastes pretty damn delicioso, if I do say so myself. Dude, it's a good vape, man. First impressions, it's a good vape. We'll talk more about it here in a second, maybe. And then I also got the old RDA for vaping on top of the old clutch single 21700 version here. Just, rocking it mech style. This has got those N90 coil clout aliens on the inside with some boy mango. Switched it up from the heads. Had to get back on that mango train because I just ordered 5 more bottles. Now your boy's stocked up again, so I have like 7 or 8 chilling, ready to go. Other than that, still got the Ravine rocking here as well, which I gonna be doing a rewick on this wicked V2 here in a little bit because this needs to be redone, and then I'm gonna try to get this video recorded this weekend at some point, and I can't remember. Pretty sure this has mango in it too. Yeah, can't remember if I put heads in this one or if I put mango in it. That's heads. I mean mango. But yeah, that's it for me. Those are the 2 setups I got, or 3 setups I got. Ravine, stubby, clutch, bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Other than that, I think it's that time to throw it over my boy, Mr. Typhon, for what's new in the shed.
Bang. Well, as we're getting into this, I kind of want to talk about something real quick before I dive into what's new in the shed. And that's that you guys are going to all notice something's happening around social media with me. I've decided I'm officially dropping the Angry Hippie. I need to get rid of that out of my persona. It's a long story. It's something I'll probably get into in a Shed Time podcast episode. But at the end of the day, it's time to grow the fuck up and stop being an angry hippie and start being Sean again. And yeah, so you're going to start noticing that like everywhere you look, when you see Sean Typhon, this whole angry hippie persona is going to start to fade away. It's already happening all over the place as we speak. And just plain old Sean Typhon is coming back, man. I'm trying to reinvent myself into a better person again. And yeah, man, It kind of feels good. So with that, what's really new in the shed is another one of those wild, all over the place episodes where we talk about everything. Of course, we had to kick it off with some Hot Ones talk because, I mean, everybody knows Hot Ones by now. You watch it on TV, you watch it over there on the YouTubes. And dude, if you guys do watch it, you've seen that there is a updated version of The Last Dab. And if y'all go back into the archives of the Green Room, y'all seen your boy take a finger dab of The Last Dab Triple X and get rocked by a hiccup spree. If you want to go back and see that clip, it's the end of the episode we did with Johnny Drips. So you guys can go check that out later. But yeah, I tell you guys all about my experience trying the newest Last Dab. Long story didn't read situation. It's hot.
Yeah.
But
I would think so.
yeah, it's hot. It's hot. It hurts. But I mean, on top of that, yo, we talk about everything from going cashless and cardless to keybinds and shortcuts on your computer to one of my favorite subjects I never thought we would get into, but we all gushed about the old D&D stores. You know the ones, right?
Go game
We're
stores,
like,
bro.
yeah, where like the kids would get
Magic
together,
cards
play
and shit.
Magic the Gathering and D&D and shit like that. So, yo, if you guys want to check it out and hear everything we talked about, do yourself a favor. Go check out Shed Time Podcast. Follow it on your favorite podcasting platform. Follow it on all of the podcasting platforms that you could possibly use. And if you really want to support us, just throw that Shed Time Podcast name in the Google website and head on over to the website. There's a Patreon. There's all sorts of other cool stuff. Go peep it. But other than that, that is what's new in the shed.
Hell yeah, dude. So go check it out, guys. I'm actually excited because I think we might be doing something cool this week. In the next coming episode. We'll see. But anyways, dude, I kind of want to talk about this thing real quick, guys, because spending the last couple days with it. Came in the day before my birthday, which was kind of nice. So it was like a little early birthday present. First thing I did, of course, was I had to build up this little I think it's called the stubby tank. I think that's what this thing is. That's the only information I can find is the stubby tank. And dude, the stainless steel wicking, man, didn't think I was gonna. I honestly just didn't think it was gonna work. Be completely honest with you, I haven't tried it yet, haven't used it myself, but I have heard people have had pretty good experiences with it in the past. And I gotta say, dude, this thing's been wicking like a champ, dude. I vaped this thing almost completely dry in the tank. And I was like, how is it getting from all the way down there all the way up to my wicks and like without any issue, but somehow it's doing it. Flavor's on point. And I kind of really like the form factor of this thing, man.
Yeah, it's really tidy looking. I think
Yeah.
that's like one of the things that like I really,
It's
because
real
it looks like
sleek.
it's a bit bigger than the clutch, but
Yeah. Here's
like
a little bit smidge shorter,
it's actually pretty
a
close.
little bit
actually.
wider,
Yeah.
But about equally as fat.
but yeah, width-wise,
The-
they're slightly.
not
The
much
thing
bigger.
that blew me away was like you literally pulled 3 different doors. So you've literally got such a smooth exterior to that. Like all you see is a button and then a little air. Was that an airflow
like
vent on the other
it's like
side?
the light hits it, you can see it, right? But that also what kind of makes me excited too is
It's
that
made of metal.
yeah, it's like I think it's aluminum or aluminium, I believe.
It's actually more. I thought it was 3D printed for some reason. It was just like, or like maybe not 3D printed, but
Stubby RDTA, is that what they're calling it, Trav man? Either
by the
way,
I
dude.
think it looks pretty cool.
It's
There's
pretty
no doubt
slick,
in my
and
mind.
what makes me kind of excited because you know it's gonna happen. I've already seen a few like 3D printing companies and panel companies starting to do it, but that leaves you 3 panels to, you know, make a little color pop action on here, which is
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, and I'm
nice.
sure
You know
that
what I
you
mean?
can
And
you can change a button too, right? Like the button
yeah,
comes off.
I believe they're gonna be releasing like different face plates with different buttons and shit that you can get. Like I've already seen Obey Robot posted like a thing on Instagram of some that they're gonna produce, and they have like a square button already. Like, so that'd be kind of sweet. But dude, I like it, man. I like it.
Got a great little form factor. I'll tell you what, man, these little AIOs are really, really like they're starting to like really come up to a new level.
Dude, this thing is like vaping like a little single coil like RTA situation. Like that's the kind of airflow I get out of it. The flavors like that, you know, like this is definitely more steered towards your like direct lung, restricted direct lung sort of thing. You're not going to get like a super open, you know, sort of vape, but like, dude, I feel like I'm vaping like a little sub-ohm tank almost.
It sounds like something I would fuck with, because like I over the last couple weeks have really been enjoying just the single coil drip life, and it makes me realize that that is something severely lacking in my collection, is like some decent sized single coil RTAs. And something like that just checks all those boxes right off.
Dude, and like
Yeah,
with
dude,
this,
like
bro,
you would actually, I think that you'd probably would like it because, like, although I don't use my pulse all the time, if I want like a nice little single coil vape, the pulse is pretty good, right? But that looks cooler than the pulse to me. So
Oh,
like
100%
because
looks
it
cool.
looks cooler, I would want to use it more.
Yep.
Like it sounds really dumb, but like, hey, that's me,
Dude,
man. I have a
honestly,
bunch of
I
shit
get
for a
you.
reason.
this is the thing that I like about it, bro. I literally can just wrap my hand around it and my thumb right there on the button, bro.
Yeah, see, I would probably put my pink or my like pointer on the button, just like twist it the
Yeah,
littlest bit.
just
And
like hold it like this and do like one of these
yeah,
guys.
I
Yeah, but
probably
dude,
would.
like
Yeah.
even if I were to put it in my left hand and do it, like the tip of my thumb hits that button.
Yeah, it just looks like really tidy. Like I think
Yeah,
that that's like the best way I could
it's
describe that.
nice,
It
dude.
looks
The
clean.
quality on it is pretty spot on, dude. I don't see any like machining marks or like the anodizing on it's done very nicely. Like I don't have any superficial scrapes or scratches or anything on it yet, and I've taken this thing with me to work the past couple days, which honestly probably wasn't the best thing to do before I'd done the review, but I really wanted to see what this thing had to offer, and the best way to do it is to use the thing where I'm going to be vaping the most, and that's on my break at work, because I'll sit there and cloud out my car, dude. And dude, that one thing that I thought was really cool was the fact that this thing holds as much liquid as it does, because dude, I filled this thing up that morning before the first day before I went to work, and I got through the I feel like the entire work day before I had to fill it up. Easy. Which like
Okay.
with like an RTA or something, I'm filling it up twice easily.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And obviously I don't want to like go ahead and risk upsetting the YouTube gods, but would you rank that price as affordable, moderate, or a little expensive?
It's in between the Pulse and a billet.
Okay, so we'll call that a
So
moderately
moderate.
priced.
Yeah.
It's not overly expensive like a billet, but it's not cheap price like a Pulse. Dope. So
No.
if you found you
It's
liked
not
the
quite
Pulse and you want
twice
to take
the
another
price.
step forward, that sounds like a great next step for somebody.
It's it's less than
Dude, and
twice
what's
the
cool
price
about
of a
it too
pulse,
is
right?
it literally comes with this tank that vapes pretty fucking good as well, dude. Like unlike, you know, like with the billet, if you spend the extra money and end up getting that, then you got to get your bridge and you know all that stuff, which you know can be a little pricey depending on which one you get. But with this, you get the mod with the bridge, and it vapes pretty fucking nicely, dude. I've got to say, like I haven't even thought about putting something else in it yet because I've been really just enjoying the vape out of this. How it is.
Well, why not, man? And also, like, dude, fucking that much capacity, like, that's kind of fire. Like, you could literally probably leave, like, if you were leaving home, you could leave with a single battery, like, extra even,
Mm-hmm.
running at like 30 watts or whatever, and just be gone like most of the day and not even have to fill it
I
up
rocked
and
it.
maybe not even switch your battery.
I took this with me to work today, rocked it at 35 watts all day, and that's where my battery's at. Focus.
Like halfway.
A little less than half. A little more than a quarter.
Can't beat that. That's fantastic battery life.
That's with a 0.4.
Okay. Yeah. See, so, and yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Because like I find with the pulse, like I can rock like a 0.4 at like 4 volts, something like that, like 3.8, 4 volts for quite a long time. but that's 21,700, right? So like my best 18650 is like I have VTC 5As. Those are like my best ones.
Mm-hmm.
And like I still feel that would last a pretty good amount of time at like how you're running it.
I've got a P42A, the Mollisol in here. I put because yesterday I rocked it with the 20S just because that's all I had charged yesterday. I forgot to put my Mollisols on the charger. 20S got me through my day of work, and I ended up changing it when I got home. You know what I mean? They tend to run down a little bit quicker. They don't have like the most mop, but with this 26A or whatever these are, I always forget the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like I've easily gotten an extra couple hours out of vaping on this thing because I've been vaping on it pretty consistently since I've gotten home still too. You know what I mean? It's solid, man, so far. Like I'm not like giving my full like I'll give it a full review obviously, but like so far, man, first impressions, I'm really impressed and pretty happy with it.
So does it like come with like a drip tip, everything?
Yeah,
Like
it comes with like this cool almost like whistle tip sort of shape. It's like slightly oblong. It's fucking hard to see. Let me just take it off.
it looks all right on there though.
It's like a slight like oval shape, kind of like whistle tip sort of. And dude,
Okay,
it's
okay.
really comfy.
Interesting.
And it's like the cool thing too is like this drip tip actually, so like the flesh nut sits in a little bit, it like actually fits in around where the flesh nut is to where it doesn't necessarily sit flush, but it like covers the flesh nut to where you don't like see like a ring or anything, you know?
Yeah, that's nice at least.
Yeah, so like it keeps that all nice black sort of situation, which is pretty
Did you
sweet.
know what I want to see? Like, you know how they have for billet boxes, you can get like the integrated drip tip with that ring, like with that screw. So like you don't have to have the separate one and you can like just screw the whole thing in. I can't remember what they call it. But I want them to come out with one like a drip tip that does fit over top and has like grooves in it or like little fingers on it that fit into the grooves for those like nuts. So like you can just use the drip tip to unscrew it and screw it back on.
That would be clever.
Well, that's the
Like I don't think I've ever seen that before.
what
I just described.
a drip
Did you
tip.
hear?
So I was reading the chat. Sorry, I was kind of
Okay, well, I'll say it real quick. So you know how like on like a billet box, for example, or like your pulse, you have like the slots. So you can like put a tool in to then undo it and tighten whatever like that nut that keeps the tank down that you put your drip tip into.
yeah.
It'd be cool if they had one that kind of like went over top of it and had grooves on it, or like the opposite of grooves, ridges, I guess. So when you put it on, you could twist it. You know how like when you put a top cap on, there's like the fucking barrel lock.
Mm-hmm.
You just have that on the fucking drip tip. So when you kind of like put it on and you twist it and then it drops down into the right spot, then you could twist that screw off, and then you don't have to have a tool on you, and you could have like this fancy drip tip.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Because like I said, right, they do have like the
integrated
all
tip.
integrated fucking
Yeah, I'm
tip,
literally gonna
right?
put one on this right now just because you made me think about it.
I mean,
I
hearing
remember that
that,
has
it reminds me of like the District 5 style that had like the little metal ring at the bottom, and then you put your actual like acrylic you could thread into it.
Oh, the
that would be perfect, because then you'd have a metal base that would actually have like something strong enough to sit in those slots and act as a screwdriver, so to speak, to turn that nut. And all the while, you'd still have the ability to put your acrylic piece on top of that for comfort's sake. So you're not just putting your lips right on this metal tip. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a big metal tip guy. Not a huge fan.
I got a little Bennett Tool Customs integrated tip action. With the little pop of green up top there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like that's like
I really
one
like the way
thing
that
that
drip
I
tip
like
looks on there,
some
too.
drip tips, and they feel really comfortable, but then they don't have the ability to like cover up that, and so like it just kind of, I don't know, it just looks rough. It looks like unfinished to me. Like that doesn't, the way that it came when you showed it before, like the stock one, it
Yeah.
doesn't have that look. But like, I don't know. Maybe I need to just get the pulse drip tip out again or something. But I hated the fact that it was white.
Yeah, I've been using it. I even use the Pulse one on here because I have the same thing where the flush nut kind of pokes out a little bit. Like you can even kind of see it right now.
Yeah.
Just because
That's like one thing I wish that like more companies would be like a little bit more mindful of. I don't understand why they can't have it so it sinks down in just a touch. Like,
well, I think it's also dependent on like what they based the design on. So like if they based it off of a specific bore or bridge thing, it may vary. You know what I mean? They may not all be exactly the same height. They may be slightly different. But at the
yeah, but
same
if you
time,
had like that area of where it could sink down in, they're probably not going to be more than like a millimeter off of all of them.
oh no, but I was just saying that's probably like one of the reasons why they're not.
Oh no, and it very well could be.
Yeah.
Like you could be 100% right. Yeah, for sure. But I'm just
But
saying,
yeah, I
like,
see what
you
you're
should
saying.
be able to fucking counter it.
I totally get you too. Because dude,
Because if
a
you
lot.
need a special tool, whatever. Like I'd rather have a tool that I need to
Well,
use.
not even
to
that.
fucking
Just
do it.
shave an extra millimeter or so off the top of the nut. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just-
like what? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is even the point? It doesn't need to be that tall.
Well, I mean, part of that, as my thinking goes, is that like when you have that little bit of clearance like that just above the body of the mod, you don't technically need a tool, if you will. I can reach into my pocket and find a penny, stick it in
Yeah.
there, catch the groove, and open that up. And if it was flush, I may not get enough purchase on those grooves with something like a penny in my pocket. I might actually need a legitimate screwdriver or something. And that might be part of it. I don't know.
Oh no, that could be. But dude, they could just give you a tool that you could put on your keychain, then you have no excuse. You know?
I guess we're asking a little bit much for, we're asking for perfection.
I'm just asking for improvements. And like there's been a lot of stuff that's came out and like not many of them have these kind of improvements.
Fair.
There's like multiple things. Like James just showed 2 things that like don't have a flush nut. I know that the Pulse doesn't. You have to buy a special flush nut for a billet box. It doesn't come with one.
What I think that's cool though is that like that they did with the Pulse and with this is they went with the same threading, so that if you do have billets box drip tips and stuff, you can use them on here. Or if you've got like you said, a flush nut that actually sits flush on your billet box, you could still use that on this or your Pulse, which I thought was pretty smart on their part.
No, that's really smart for sure.
Because honestly, I feel like that there should be more universal, things when it comes to that. But I also understand why some companies don't, because, they can get more money out of you if it's proprietary, because then that means you have to come back to them to get, something special. But at the same time, man, why can't we all just, make it easy to be able to customize our shit and, rock the same thing on one mod that we want to rock on another?
It's like, here's the thing, right? Business is business, and I get that part. But at the end of the day, you're just trying to provide products to keep people from smoking. Like, let's work together. Like, why not? It's not like people are going to be like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that they just did a flush nut on this fucking mod. It's the same as every other mod that's came out in the last fucking year and a half. Like,
what's the big deal?
Yeah, like, why not just make it better? Stand out.
It's like eventually, remember when proprietary drip tips were a thing, and then eventually everybody was like, fuck it, fine, we'll do 510 and we'll do 810, and that'll just be the industry standard. Why can't we do that with other things, man?
Yeah, there should.
I agree 100%. Tim, he says accessories should be cross compatible. I agree. But also, I do understand that, some things just aren't going to be just because of design. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, not everything has
but,
the ability
if it's not something that's like, if it's something that's like integral like that, like, or something that's like as easy as like a flush nut that, it wouldn't be hard to make it the same. You know what I mean? Why not? Because then you do also have the ability to get people, that may have those other products be like, well, shit, I have all this stuff that I use on this thing. Well, I could use it on that too. Well, shit, I might as well get that one too. Beecher said the V2 should be released next week. Thank you for that, Toonie. I appreciate that because you know what your boy's gonna do. I'm gonna order one, maybe two. Who knows?
Yeah, you should just order two.
I should, bro, because honestly, you know, I'm gonna order more than one after I get it because of how much I love the original and everything.
And also, if you didn't like it, you'd be able to get rid of the actual one real fast.
Oh yeah, that's
be a sick Patreon giveaway.
Whoa.
Anywho, don't get their hopes up, Sean. I'm not built of money. No, I'm just kidding.
We are just simply hypothetical situation here. If
I would totally do that, bro. Well, and let's be honest, I'm probably not gonna not like it.
Yeah, I can't imagine you wouldn't.
But I'm stoked about. Are you guys excited about it at all? I know I am, just because it's a new RDA.
Why not?
And it's something that I'm honestly interested in. But yeah, dude, I'm pretty stoked about it, man.
Like I'm excited to try it only because I want to see if the changes make like a drastic difference. Like not in the vape quality necessarily, but like the usage quality. Because like I managed to get a vape that I did enjoy, but there are still things about it that annoy me.
Mm-hmm.
Like mine weeps like a motherfucker. And also like the one thing that I'm sure is going to still be the same issue is like I'm a dripper in the dark guy a lot, or like not that lit, and lots of times I am like fairly lit. So like when I'm going to put the cap back on with that Addy, you got to make sure that your shit's pretty fucking lined up. Otherwise, you're just gonna smash your coils, and it looks really good on tube mods. So like, there's been plenty of times.
The cool thing about this one, though, Chris,
crush these two.
The cool thing about this one, unlike the other one, from what I've seen and what I've heard, is instead of having the full threaded top, it's quarter turn. So instead of just having to take the whole top cap off, you can literally just pop the top a quarter turn.
All right, then that's probably gonna be the way to do it for me.
Yeah, dude.
Because dude, like I trying to unscrew it and then screw it back on. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna end up cross-threading these bitches and it's gonna just fuck this RDA. So I would just like pop the cap. I'd be like, oh, this is dry. No wonder it tastes bad. And then I'd like put whatever. Because normally I will just drip through the drip tip, but every so often.
Yeah, but for those ones,
just check it out, you know?
From what I understand, don't quote me on this, guys. Go check out Grimm's video. He's put it out. I haven't watched it yet just because I want to experience it for myself. But from what I understand, I believe there's a quarter turn on that little top notch thing there to change out your airflows and stuff. But yeah, dude. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say something. Oh, we might be having some epic build-offs coming soon, guys. There's possibilities. There's word out in the ether of a possible pretty epic showdown maybe happening. I'm just waiting to get some more confirmation on that. But that one's gonna be pretty sick. And I heard Sloan answered the call out. Sean, I know you guys you're still working out a specific date, but
we've got everything confirmed, I believe.
Oh snap! So
yeah, so I'm just gonna triple check that right now and make sure that nothing changed on his end as we speak. But he was the one who gave me the date, so I've checked with you guys. We are good, which means that we should be good. And so that really does mean that
not next week,
coming in a couple of weeks,
2 weeks from today.
Yes,
there will be a little UK-US showdown between Mr. Sean Typhon and Mr. Sloan Cloud Cartel UK in the old Squy. Is that what you guys decided? Yeah. So I gotta say, I don't know if it was during a stream or what, but I seen a little clip of Sloan saying he's giving you your props, but he also said that he's gonna kick your ass.
Oh, he's 100% going to. I don't doubt that. Honestly, because
I don't know if I'm sure about that, but
I don't know, man. My head's not in the game lately, so I'm pretty confident Sloan is going to send me up the river on this one, and that's totally fine with me because it's about fucking time somebody beats me.
Damn.
Yeah, I
that's a call out to the rest of you who couldn't do it.
I'm pretty sure that I've only beat you one time, like ever. So I mean, I should try to beat you again at some point.
But yeah, man, I have faith that he could definitely do it, and I want to see what happens because I mean, obviously, he was the champion in the code name Wired build off, and I'm just the reigning champ in general. I would love to see what happens. Yeah, man. Honestly, as weird as it sounds, I'm rooting for him. I hope he does. I hope he does beat me.
I'm hoping it's just like super close. That's what my hope is. I'm hoping that it's like exciting and it's not like one of you guys like had
I'm
a
hoping to pull an
blunder.
overdrip and take like 14 minutes to build this
Yeah.
Addy.
That's what I well,
Dude,
I
that
mean,
would be
kinda-
hilarious,
I kind
especially
of secretly hope. but-
that'd be hilarious, especially after Joel came on in the show, the guy that designed it, and you beat him. Like that'd be funny to see you come in, and then all of a sudden, when Slum
Did Sean beat him?
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
think he did. I think he
I
beat
think
me.
that he
Did he?
beat him. Yeah,
I think
but
he
it was
beat
like
me.
real fucking close.
I think
I'm gonna
I
have to go
just
back and
missed him.
rewatch.
I,
Damn.
I think that
I
Joel
thought-
just beat him.
I think I have the times here
Yeah,
in my
you're
handy
always
dandy
the one
notebook.
that had the.
And you know, if I don't get to it first, I suspect that our moderator extraordinaire Addy Tooney may also have this information, so he may beat me to that. But I'm gonna check right now and see if it's in
I
here.
don't remember now. It was a while ago, dude.
But I think you're right. I think you're right,
It was
Chris.
a while
I
ago.
think he did beat me on that one.
But it was close.
Damn, I have so many notes in here. Like this poor notebook is so disconjointed, guys, because there's like notes about stuff that like I've been doing, and then all of a sudden there's picture this, and then
Podcast.
more
link.
notes of things, and then picture this stuff, and then other things like podcast notes, and then hey, here's some times, and then more picture this trash. Dude, some of these picture this we've done are terrible. All right, so there's
That's
all
for
right. I'm
sure.
getting.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
getting.
my notebook with all the
getting there.
no, it's bad. Like I'm pretty sure if somebody found that notebook, they'd be like, what child was like drawing these things? Like that's weird. Some of these things are weird for a kid to draw.
Yeah, for real. Squash shootout. Nope, that's not us. That was you and Kev.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Goon LP.
build-offs.
Codename Wired. There's the Axial we just did. That's the other problem with this, right? Is that none of this is in any order. So like,
Yeah, you're just kind of like looking.
I just grab the book and like whip it open and find a blank page.
Yeah.
So like, I have to like literally jump through everywhere to see if I can find. I'm seeing a lot of blanks right now. So it must be in a pile. I have a pile on the other side of the room from the move.
Anywho.
That has all the rest of them. And it's probably in that pile then because it's not in this notebook.
Anyways, I'm excited to see you guys throw down. So, guys, stay tuned for that. That's going to be happening not next week, but the week following. Of course, we're going to have some other ones coming up soon as well. And I always want to remind you guys that there is open call outs. So if you guys want to call somebody out, maybe in chat or even one of us here on the panel, let us know. Send us an email to thegreenroom.shedtime@gmail.com. That's thegreenroom.shedtime@gmail.com. Send us an email and let us know who you want to call out. And with that, I think it may be time for a little switch up and a little, relaxation for a moment here, if you know what I'm saying, because it's getting around that time. Real quick, Ern says 100% sure it's a quarter turn for the top cap on the RDA for vape and V2. The O-ring, the airflow ring has an O-ring. Thank you for that, Ern. Appreciate you, bro. And with that, Sean, should we just get to it, man? You know what I mean? I think I'm ready. I know Chris is ready. He's been just trying to survive until then, from what he was telling Yanni earlier. But I think it's about that time, bro.
Yeah, so you guys know what this means. And just a reminder, you don't have to imbibe in shed time to enjoy a shed time break. This is a great opportunity for you to go hit the restroom, grab a bevy, whatever it might be. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time to inhale the good shit, exhale the bullshit, because it's shed time.
Let's do it.
Vote for
back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your break. I know I did, and I'm sure the boys did here as well. But with that being said, shout outs to Addy Tooney real quick as well, because he found the official times from the Sean Typhon squad build off with Joel, and I was wrong. Sean and Chris were right. Joel took it with a 303, and Sean came in behind him 319. So it was still a close one, but yeah, looked like Sean did actually take it. That's crazy, man. I thought it was the
I
other way.
suppose like that should be expected, right? The man designed the goddamn thing. He better have built it more than anybody else.
All right. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not gotten your vote in for the game tonight, get it in now. I'm going to wait one more minute. I'm going to end that poll, and then, of course, we'll start playing whatever game comes up. Real quick as well, I want to just remind you guys that anytime we have any of these, kind of free balling, free for all episodes, if you guys got questions or anything, topics, throw them out in the chats. Or if you guys have topics or ideas for us to talk about on the show, we're always looking for new ideas and things that you guys would actually be interested in hearing us talk about or would like to hear us talk about. So send those over to the email as well, or leave them in the comment section below, because that would also help out the old algorithm. You know what I mean? So more interaction would be help.
Manipulation.
So yeah, go over there, go check that out. But let's go ahead and end this poll, see what the verdict is on the official game for tonight with 50% of the vote. Wow, fan favorite here. It is time for fact or fiction. If you guys have not seen the show before and you have not seen us play this game, I'll give you a quick little rundown. So, pretty much how this game goes, the three of us, one at a time, are going to give out a random quote-unquote fact. And then what we'll do is we'll pass it around the panel here to the other two gentlemen and see whether they think it is a fact or fiction, and of course open it up to you guys in chat to see whether you think it is fact or fiction. Of course, all you got to put in chat is either fact or fiction, depending on what you think it is. And how we normally start this off is we have our man Mr. Sean Typhon go, because he's usually got his random book of facts handy. But who knows? He might just come off the top with something here. But we're going to start off with Sean, and then I'll come in after that.
Off the top rope.
Yeah, off the top rope. So, Sean, whenever you're ready, man, hit us with a fun fact.
I'm trying to get my damn computer to cooperate with me long enough because sad state of affairs. I wasn't prepared. So I don't have the physical book. So let's see. Oh shit, I can't use that. That's just not gonna work. You can't do that. That's not gonna work. Fuck, dude. There's a problem with this list that I have.
Dude, I'm already like building up what I'm thinking right now to answer your question. Like I'm already just putting it in place. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Dude, these are terrible. This list is freaking garbage. We're gonna run to a completely different segment because everything I'm looking at is trash.
Nice, Katie. That's sweet. I think that device is really good. So I'm glad that you're enjoying it now.
All right, this one I can work with. All right, here we go. Greece has the only Grand Slam tennis event still held on clay.
You know what? I would say fact, because there's a lot of old shit still standing in Greece. And why wouldn't they just keep it old? Because it's grease, man.
Man, see, like this is the one problem with this question is that
I'm going
I
first
know
instinct this
what the
time.
place is called, but I don't know what country it's in. So I know that the place that the major tennis open that's on clay is called Roland Garros. But that could be Greek.
Go with your gut, Chris. That's what I did, man.
Fuck. All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna say that it's fact.
All right. Could you repeat that venue name?
Roland Garros.
Roland Garros. Okay.
Yeah, like if you
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's like Roland Garros.
because I don't have that piece of information of like what the venue, stadium, whatever you would call
There's a
a tennis
lot
arena.
of facts out there.
Yeah,
Facts. We got
I
one
don't know.
fictional from Earn. He thinks you're fibbing here. But a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
other people are
Tim
saying
said that you're
fact.
good at this game.
Somehow
So that
I
means that
think
he's
those
not
nutty
sure.
Brits have clay, so fiction. I'm going with chat, and I'm sticking with fact.
So Uncle Chris
most
is
of
with a
chat.
fact. Most of chat says fact, except for Ern and Addy Tooney. And gentlemen, Ern and Addy Tooney are the only people who are right here in this room
God damn
because
it.
I am BSing at all of you. It's actually France.
Is it Roland Garros though?
Again, I don't have that piece of information. That's why I was amazed that you would even have a name for it because it's not shared in this.
All right, let me see. French Open. I have no idea
Damn.
how to spell Roland Garros.
There you go.
Yeah, so I had the venue right. It is Roland Garros, but I had the wrong country.
It's located in France. Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
yeah. It absolutely is. Google tells me that.
All right, you guys ready? I got one for
What we
you.
got next? Go for it.
There is a Boston typewriter orchestra.
A Boston typewriter orchestra.
Yeah, Boston is stupid to do something like that.
Fact or fiction?
I'm embarrassed because I don't know.
Honestly, that's kind
And
of.
I live here in Massachusetts.
I was
But
hoping
I
you
also
wouldn't.
don't like the state enough to care about something that ridiculous. So that would also explain why I wouldn't know about this if it is a thing. But yeah, I'm going to stick with my gut and go Boston is stupid enough to do something that ridiculous that, yeah, I'll say that's a fact.
Okay, say the statement one more time.
All right. So, there is a Boston typewriter orchestra.
There's a bunch of idiots playing typewriters as music.
Dude, I believe that there are people that definitely do that. Now, whether or not they're in Boston, that is the question, right? I don't know. There's enough people in Boston that might have the kind of, the kind of numbers that you'd need to actually create an orchestra of people that are willing to play it on a typewriter. You know what? I'm gonna say fact.
All right. So we got
gonna just
a
talk myself
couple
into
facts here from the panel. Looks like we got sounds like something you can't make up, says you, honey. We got fact from Rhett, fact from Tim, because of question marks. Fact from Sewer Rug. I know there's a typewriter orchestra, but I don't know where it's from. We got false from Coil Image. But it's a fact, guys. In 2004, there was a Boston typewriter orchestra founded, and its members use old typewriters to produce unique sounds that they turn into music. They've even released an album.
Wow. So that means that they're probably
Check them out on Spotify.
I was gonna say I'm curious now. I want to know if they're on Spotify and how many regular listeners there are. So I'm looking this up right now.
Well, dude, honestly, probably because I'm just thinking about it, I'm like, well, how can you make an orchestra? And then I was like, oh, well, they probably just have a bunch of different kinds of typewriters, like different makes or
Yeah.
different years, and they click
like
differently
eras.
and type differently, and they
And all of them
probably,
ding
well, some are
differently.
dinging, some are swiping, and some are type. Yeah, it could be crazy.
The Boston dude, and it's a verified with a blue check mark.
On Spotify.
All right, it's on Spotify, and I'm not so ashamed because there's 101 monthly listeners. If there was like hundreds of thousands, I'd have been shocked.
Dude,
But
even if there was 10,000, I would have been shocked.
Here's what's gross, gentlemen. They've put out 4 albums. There are 4 albums of typewriter music.
Wow. Wow.
I'm
Dude, that's crazy.
I'm blown away.
I'm gonna have to fucking. Can you like drop that somewhere I can see it,
Bro, yeah, I will get the
I'll
share
open that
link
up.
That's hilarious.
and send it your
dude.
way for sure.
Thank you.
Because this is ridiculous. I'm gonna listen to it when the show's over. You gotta know what this sounds like.
All right. So I think that we're done that one, right?
Yep.
Okay. So forgive me in mispronouncing this first name, but I'm gonna say Idina Menzel sings "Let It Go" 21 times and "Let It Go" from Frozen.
21 times.
I'm gonna say that's false. I've never even heard the song, but just from hearing kids sing about it, it's gotta be more.
I'm gonna say it's probably twice that, bro.
So I'm saying, yeah, it's gotta be
It's
more than
gotta
that.
be. Yeah, I'm gonna go false on this one too, bro. Or fiction. Forgot the rules to my own game.
Mhm.
All right. Well, Big G says fiction.
What do you say out there, chat? What say you?
Yeah. So Idina Menzel sings "Let It Go" 21 times and "Let It Go" from the Frozen like Disney movie.
Dude, how hilarious would it be if you just changed the person's name and we didn't even think about it because we don't know who sings it anyways?
And I like threw you off.
Yeah.
By saying, like, Medina. Believe me, dude.
But dude,
I was
if you
on
came
that
up
level,
with if you
like-
came up with that name off
Yeah,
top, bro.
I'm on that level.
Hey,
I deserve that shit.
Hey,
I
good on
deserve
you,
that
bro.
shit.
Good on you. Touche.
All right, so I'll pick it up from Lady Liberty says fact. Addy Tooney says fact. Aaron says fact. And you guys both said fiction, right?
Yeah.
Fiction.
All right, I'll see.
Because, dude,
I'll
just
see
in
what
the
says
first
fiction,
line, it
probably
says it like
more.
4 times.
Okay, well, in actual fact, Idina Menzel sings "Let It Go" 21 times and "Let It Go"
Damn.
from Frozen.
I could've
You know what the
sworn
And
best
dude-
part about
more.
this fact is? There isn't a one of us in the chat or on this panel who's gonna go fact check that shit.
No, I'm not.
But yeah, dude. So because
'Cause,
actually,
dude,
the
it's
question
stuck in
said
my head
Idina
right now,
Menzel.
god damn it. Because I started
I'm-
singing it to count, and I was like, no, don't do that to yourself. And by then it was too late.
I'm so glad I don't have it, and I don't have any reference to it. I have no idea. I've just heard little kids go, let it go," and that's all I
That's
know.
the song.
That's the song.
That's
All
it,
I
dude.
know.
That's it. You know the song.
You know,
You
at
got it,
least
dude.
70% of the lyrics.
If you went to karaoke, you could sing the song and not have to look at the screen most of the time.
Yep. I don't know nothing about it. Never saw that song movie.
Oh,
Never
man,
actually
that's
heard the
brutal.
song.
All right, so back to you, Sean, for another one. Get a little mango in my life. Get amongst it, as
Here we go.
Bridgestone would say. Get amongst
Aaron,
it.
it's
Get
not a
around
bad
it.
movie, honestly. Like if you just like need like that vibe
Here's the thing.
that like that kind of movie can give you, it's worth a watch, honestly.
Never seen it.
It's not really that bad.
Never seen it. I'm
I don't
with
think
you,
I've
Ern.
watched
Never
it recently, but
You've never heard the song? I doubt it, Ern. Doubt it. You
yeah,
may
like
have
you
not heard the
enjoy
whole
music.
song, but you have definitely heard the song, at least a snippet of it somewhere.
Yeah, like I've never heard the song either, but I've definitely heard a little kid be like, "Let it go, let it go."
Yeah, you
And
can
being
put
like-
a regular Boro tank in here, Tim, if you're curious. It comes with an adapter
All right,
in the old stubby.
you ready for this one? John Madden has won over a dozen Emmys.
John Madden.
Yo, I'm gonna say like right away that this is gonna be either like a shady fucking number, or
I'm not gonna play a number game, I promise, because
okay. Then I'm
if I'm gonna say
fact.
over a dozen, like you can't fuck around with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's a dick move
it's
at that point.
it's very vague.
It's too vague.
All
Like
right,
if
well,
he
I'm gonna
said
say
like a
fact.
specific number, if he said like exactly 13 or some shit, then I'd be like, huh.
Right.
12? More than 12? Around
Yeah,
12?
more than 12 Emmys.
So he could have won 13.
Well, you gotta
So,
think how many.
At least 13, apparently.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say fact because I think it could be true.
Yeah, dude, like he's been doing like fucking football.
I was just thinking.
announcing
That's
for
what I was thinking. I
so
was like,
long.
how long did he announce for? Like forever.
Dude,
Good old John
a
Madden.
long
So,
time.
so you
Dude,
see here,
when-
what you
when-
gotta do is you get the man over here, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna throw the ball
When-
to this guy right over here, and this guy right over here, his job is gonna be to run the ball over to here, and when he runs the ball over to here, he's gonna try not to get hit by this
Here's
man
the thing,
right
bro.
here.
When EA Sports comes to you and says, "Hey, we want to make a football game, but we want you to be like the name and face of it, and it's the biggest fucking football game like video game franchise out
It's
there."
the only football franchise
Yeah,
now.
it's like the only like
that's what I'm
real
saying. It's the
one.
only one that lasted, you know, because there was a
Yeah.
couple that came. Dude, you remember NFL Street or like NBA Street?
Dude, I loved
and all those?
NFL Blitz. That game was
Yeah,
a
Blitz
blast.
was
was
good.
fun.
Blitz was
You could literally
solid,
like pick somebody up and power bomb them and shit. That game was a riot.
dude.
This
Anyhow.
was fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say fact, dude, because he announced for so long, and he was he was the face of like the NFL for like the voice, I should say, of the NFL for fucking decades, bro.
Dude, he was like incredibly recognizable, but like I feel like he definitely got quite a bit of like awards because he was so successful. I don't think you get to be him and not earn like those kind of accolades. That's why I'm saying like 12 seems like why not? Probably did it for fucking
Yeah.
25 or
So
30 years.
more than 12 and for the amount of time he was out there, right? Like seems like it could be
You
a
know what,
thing.
Addy Tina, that is a good statement you make. He's like crazy. Never knew there were sports Emmys. Well,
Hmm.
I don't know if
No, he would have got it for like Sunday Night Football or whatever. He was like, or whatever he did. I don't even fucking remember now.
Yeah, but Addy makes a valid
Fuck.
point. The
Don't
Emmy Awards, giving
Yeah,
an
but-
Emmy award for sport events.
Yeah, you
Think of what the Emmys are. That's
it's television, is it not?
Yeah, it's a television award. Those go to actors and TV shows. So Addy raises a valid point.
I don't know if it's exclusive to that. I don't know.
Because haven't like Steve Colbert and like those guys gotten Emmys for doing like their late night talk shows?
Yeah, for sure.
So why wouldn't you get it for like
I feel like they
sports
for sure have.
announcing or
I
like
have no,
Sunday
like-
night football or something like that?
Yeah, dude, that's why I'm thinking it. I'm just gonna
Damn,
go with
why would
fact.
you do
I'm
that
going
to
with
me?
fact. I'm rolling fact. I'm sticking with my guns.
He's sticking with his gut on fact. How about you, James? You sticking with a fact or you moving?
I already said it, dude. So it's no take backs.
Alrighty, I like it. And we got a pretty wide mix out here of people saying fact and fiction. And here's the fun thing, all right? John Madden won 112 games as the coach of the Raiders, and he, in fact, has won more than a dozen Emmy Awards.
Fuck
correct
yeah.
And for Coil Image, who's batting 1,000 out there with a lot of wrong answers, 16, bud. He's won 16 Emmy
Six
Awards.
For sports
man.
commentary, right?
It says, born in Minnesota on April 10th, sports casting legend John Madden won 16 Emmy Awards for Outstanding Sports Analyst, Personality, and a Lifetime Achievement Emmy Award for his 30-year sports casting career.
Dude,
Glad I-
30 years.
I'm glad I stuck with my
that's
gut, bro.
crazy.
That means
Fucking-
that, think
what
about
a
that.
legend,
30
bro.
years.
Earns like-
16. That's more than half of his career.
Ernst says he's 4 for 4.
Shout out to John Madden. What a fucking legend.
Dude, for real. Shout out to your video games. Thank you for those. Like so many
Dude.
hours, like probably 1,000
Dude,
hours.
he's got,
we're waiting for
just
this.
his commentating alone, he said some of the most ridiculous shit. Have you ever watched him explain a turducken?
Or like Addy Toon,
No.
5
Dude,
and 6 leg
Google
turkey.
that shit on YouTube. He explains it. He does a telecast version of explaining a turducken, and it's hysterical. It is like peak excellence of the hysterical funny that was John Madden.
Crazy, dude.
I like it. What a legend, though, for real. And I genuinely, dude, I kind of want to play one of his games right now.
Dude, I haven't played
Like
Madden
an old
forever.
school one.
Yeah, like I want to go to like Madden '94.
Dude, I just like, yeah, like, oh, dude. And like maybe like late 90s, like 97,
Like 98, 97. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
When the gameplay wasn't so technical, it was just throw a
But I
ball.
definitely used to love playing NFL Blitz a lot, though. It was really good.
Okay, you guys ready? I got one for you.
Yep.
Penguins used to be 6 feet tall.
Hey, Sean, if I were to say, I'm pretty sure that the emperor penguin is the biggest penguin in the world. I think.
I feel comfortable with that statement from you.
Do you have any idea? Like, are they like almost 5 feet tall?
Well, yeah, like that's my thing, right? Is this piece of me that went, what do you mean used to be? Like part of me felt like the emperor penguin was already that tall.
Yeah, like
Still.
like real close.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say fact because like that emperor is a big friggin' penguin.
I'm gonna say fact too. Why not?
Like
'Cause,
I can
like,
see how
I've never
evolution
seen
might
any
have
of those
shortened
ones.
them a little, you know, over eons of time.
Yeah, maybe they don't like live as long because like the global warming and shit. Like their
More
homes and
killer
everything.
whales eating them.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with fact personally.
Yeah, I got to.
All right.
I like Rhett's beard. He says fact. They also used to ride horses into battle. Dude, you find me a picture of a penguin riding a horse into battle, and I'm making that shit my next profile picture somewhere.
Big
Matter
G
of fact,
said fiction.
Addy Tooney says, I think they're 4 foot tall.
There's a lot of species of penguins out there, Addy. There's penguins in Australia, my friend.
Yeah, like I just don't know enough about penguins, but that's why I just feel like there's got to be some tall.
Yeah,
ass shit.
dude. I watched March of the Penguins. That shit was cute as fuck.
All right, you guys ready for this?
Yes.
So, you guys are all correct. And listen to how they word this. Those tiny tuxedo birds you know and love today used to be the size of a high school linebacker. According to a report in 2017 published in Nature Communications, there's evidence that extinct. Oh, I'm not even gonna try to attempt this fucking scientific name. It's a crazy one. Penguin once stood close to 6 feet tall and weighed more than 200 pounds.
Fuck yeah. Gangsta ass penguin. He ran that
Dude.
street.
For real, imagine like rolling up to that penguin. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I
that
need a-
penguin
I
will
don't-
eat you
I'm
for
out,
I'd be like,
breakfast.
bro.
I don't need
Dude,
to punch
you
a
know what it
penguin
makes me think
today.
of, bro? Billy Madison.
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
Dude, that could you imagine that's what
Hey.
that's what penguins look like, bro?
So
They're that big?
their
No.
colloquial name would be called the Colossus penguin. Some were said to even be up to 7 feet tall.
Yeah, it's like a Kuma Manu or some shit. I don't know. I'm not even gonna. I don't want.
Yeah, that's why I was like, from what I just quickly Googled, its colloquial name would be the Colossus penguin,
It's huge, huge,
which that's pretty fucking cool, man.
it's huge.
It's a big ass pengy.
A 6 foot tall Danny DeVito, dude, that'd be.
Just imagining a penguin that I could see eye to eye
Danny
with. That's
DeVito's the
fucking
goat,
crazy.
by the way.
Dude, honestly, like something about Danny DeVito does make him kind of the goat. He's like the goat, whatever that character that he just kills all the time.
No, he's just the goat for being him, bro.
Dude, Danny DeVito, man.
I watched an
Dude.
interview with him on like it was like Jimmy Kimmel, and somebody was filling in for him. Oh, what's her name from Always Sunny? I always forget her name. But anyways, the one that plays like his daughter in the show was like interviewing him, and they're going back and forth. And dude, it wasn't even that. It was him being interviewed by Nikki Glazer. That's who it was. And dude, he was coming off the top with some funny ass shit. Anywho, Chris, whenever you're ready, dude, hit us with another one.
I was gonna
All
say
right.
Danny DeVito and twins. Enough said.
Dude,
Oh my god.
That's such a good
Fucking
movie,
him
dude.
and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's fucking
Snaratooma.
gold. It's fucking pure gold.
Yeah, now I want to watch Kindergarten Cop too, because those two
Yo.
movies always like I would watch Kindergarten Cop and I'd be like, oh, I should watch Twins next, and it'd bounce back between the two. Those are around like the same era, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude,
Mid to
Arnold
late
killed
90s.
the fucking 90s, bro. He just murdered
Dude,
the
all
90s.
that shit. Jingle
He
all
actually,
the
like,
way.
Even the 80s, bro.
Dude,
He was
Jingle
like
all the way, dude. One of
Conan
my
and
favorites.
Dude,
Dude,
so many good
him and
movies.
Conan was pretty dope as a kid. I remember watching the Conan shit.
All right. So you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah, hit us.
All right. So goldfish have a 2-second memory.
False.
Absolutely false as a former
Fiction,
goldfish
I
owner.
should say, to be
So
correct.
yeah, that's a piece of fiction.
I've actually seen videos of them like completing like a maze to get food.
I successfully trained my goldfish.
It's
I can
not a
prove
tumor.
right here.
How did you do that every 2 seconds?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a work of fiction. That's been a old wives' tale forever.
Yep. Big G's with us. He says fiction.
I miss my goldfish. He was cool. Shout out to Gray Stash, living his best life in the pond now. Not my pond out back. Somebody's actual koi pond.
Yeah,
Just to be
like,
clear.
dude, that pond out back, dude.
Yeah, he would have been a
Fish
bass
we caught-
snack in no
Yeah.
time in the pond out in
Dean
my
says they
backyard.
can
Maybe ice.
recognize their owners. We got
All
a
right. Well,
false, a
it appears
fiction.
that every single
fiction,
person
that's
has rolled
fiction.
fiction, and the both of you both said fiction, and it is fiction because goldfish apparently can have memories that last for months.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know how they can recognize that, but like maybe
Well, I
they
mean,
like do something, train them, and then like they don't do it for like a month, and then they fucking bring it back in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got this."
shout out to Retsbeard. Shout out to Retsbeard. I asked, he delivered. All right, guys, he fucking delivered. Retsbeard is a G. I gotta literally focus my damn camera on my phone so you guys can see this picture. I asked for a penguin riding a horse into battle, and there it is.
Oh my
Oh, wow,
god.
that's
Dude,
hilarious.
That's amazing.
That's a pretty good meme. But we got a lot of fictions out there. So did we get the answer on that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
Okay.
it's fiction.
it's fiction.
My bad.
I said they actually have memories that can last up to like upwards of a month.
I got
like,
I got
Up to
distracted
months.
by the penguin riding the horse.
no,
Yeah.
no,
But yeah, like I
that
legit
distracted me too.
I legit have
Threw me
trained
off, dude.
I started with the goldfish and trained him, and since have trained all of my fish. So they all know when it's feeding time. I have a certain signal I give them, and they've all learned
Dude.
that when I do that, it's time and they come out to feed.
I've seen
Yeah,
this
but your
guy
other
on
fish are,
YouTube,
like, more
bro.
primal, I think,
That's-
to their goldfish.
I've seen this guy on YouTube that has trained largemouth bass. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I figured if you can do that to a big ass largemouth bass, I'm pretty sure a goldfish has probably got, the
Shout out to
ability do
Tenacious
something similar.
TX, but there's a YouTuber he and I both follow that he's got a koi pond himself, and similarly, he's trained the koi in there.
Mm.
That like when he knocks on the edge of the pond, that they all come up to that edge of the pond and wait for him for
Dude.
feeding time.
It's crazy watching this dude's videos because he literally just walks to the edge of the pond and then you just see all these shadows just lined up on the fucking bank.
Yeah,
just
dude.
waiting, dude. And I'm not talking small bass, bro. I'm talking about like 12, 13, 14-pound bass, bro.
Yeah, and dude, when you're looking down at a fish like that, it would look fucking kind of intense.
Oh, yeah. Because you just got this big-ass mouth looking up at you.
Yeah, dude, because like even if you're like shoreline fishing or whatever, and you see like weeds, whatever, you can see like sometimes the fish down in them, and they'll move around. And dude, like a 4 or 5 foot like pound bass, dude, they look huge in the fucking water.
Yeah. They're big when you take them out, too.
It looks. Oh no, they are. Sure. But like a fucking 10-pounder, dude, that would look like a fucking log moving
Oh,
around.
for sure.
Like yeah, there's
Look
a
like
sunken
a
log.
is that a body? What is that?
So what do you guys say? You want to go for one more round?
Yeah, why not? We got some time.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do like a speed round.
I found mine already, so we're good. Here we go. You ready? The movie Red Dawn was the first film to earn the rating PG-13. Red
Wait.
Dawn was the first movie to get a PG-13
Red
rating.
the original Red Dawn.
Yeah, like the
1984,
original one.
yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Charlie Sheen
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Patrick
yeah,
Swayze
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't Sean
actually
Connery in
not-
that
they-
too?
That's the first
Nah.
movie to get PG-13. That's
Well,
what you're saying.
I mean, that's
what I'm telling you.
That's
That's what I'm telling you.
Feels like that's where they might have started to do that. Like I don't know if they did that in the 70s.
No. When did that come out? Late, early.
It's all
mid-80s?
before I was really
1984
alive.
was the release date of Red Dawn.
Okay, so
Okay, so I was
mid-80s.
alive, but I was not seeing that movie.
Yeah, for me, PG-13 was already a thing when I was fucking growing up.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
know- I
But
don't
I
know
wasn't
about
13 till the mid 90s.
And I don't know about the 80s though. You know what? I'm gonna go with chat, and I'm gonna rock fact because I don't know, and I got a 50-50 chance, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say that I'm going to go with.
I think Ern
No.
tried to say fact, but he typed the wrong letters.
What do you say?
It was
message
GSFT. Yeah. Because I looked at my keyboard and all of those keys are right next to the letters he meant to put. One more dynastap there, Ern.
Get
Two
it
more.
in you, bud.
Do another one for me, Aaron.
No, I just laugh because I do that a lot, and it just makes me feel good that I'm not the only one, bro. All right, so okay, we answered
So
that one. Was that it?
You guys both said
Fiction?
fact.
Fact?
The entire chat's looking like fact. Sewer Rug says feel like the rating system was in the 90s, so fiction. Well, Sewer Rug, you are alone and you are wrong. It is in fact. Sorry, Dean. You are also going to join Sewer Rug in the incorrect column. So, yeah. Red Dawn was the first film to earn the rating of a PG-13, and yeah, who said it? Red Spirit. He goes, fact. It had war and titties. That's a valid statement, sir.
That's a good reason for the rating. All right, so I guess it's my turn. Here we go. National Hot Dog and Sausage Council ruled that hot dogs are not sandwiches.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think
Fiction.
that's a fact. I think that's fact.
That's fiction.
I know that people will say that it's like a sandwich, but
It is a sandwich.
yeah, I've heard people say that about hamburgers too. And I'm like,
If
it's bread, but it's not
if
the
the
same.
if the technical definition is meat inside some bread with some sort of filling inside, then they're both sandwiches, burgers and dogs, because they're bread sources that have some sort of filling in them.
Yeah, but that means that, like even wraps would be
They
in
are.
that. Nah.
A burrito is
different.
technically a sandwich, just like This I'm gonna get controversial when I say this one to all of y'all. You ready? Cereal is soup.
And you just put a bunch of crackers in it.
Cereal is just cold soup.
Like you're basically like milk is your soup, and you're putting a shit ton of crackers.
Milk
in
is your broth, and your ingredients in your soup is the cereal bits. So technically speaking,
I like Big G's explanation. It's more of an envelope than it is a sandwich.
it.
Ern, listen. He says sandwich is 2 pieces of bread. Hot dog is a single bun. Well, I'm sorry that I'm not as fucking rich as you, Ern, with your fancy whole piece of good quality hot dog bun, because mine always fall apart. I always get the split in the bottom, and I'm like,
Ern doesn't get the fucking Great Value brand hot dog bun.
that's fair. That's fair. I do. I get the Great Value brand. That's me all day. Poor folk shit.
Dude, if you know what's funny, like just on like a quick note on hot dogs, if I were to have a hot dog, I'd rather have like that next size up with like the little bit higher quality bun.
I love
and Dean, gazpacho is in fact considered a soup. That's cold tomato soup. And therefore your argument that you don't heat cereal is now invalid.
Steve
If
says,
anything, if I were you, I would argue that oatmeal is not cereal.
Anywho. Let's see. Let's get some votes in though, chat. Let's not.
They are voting. They've all said that it's a fact. They are all chastising the shit out of me.
Fact. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. While you can argue about this, first. Wait, what? I don't know what that even made sense. That didn't make any sense. But anyways, the NHDSC, National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, made an official ruling when it comes to a hot dog. They deem that hot dogs are not sandwiches. Quote, limiting a hot dog's significance by saying it's just a sandwich is like calling the Dalai Lama just a guy, said Janet Riley, the president of the NHDCS or DSC.
So, sounds like something the tobacco industry used to say, like, oh yeah, no, cigarettes are safe. Cigarettes are absolutely safe.
Dude, I picked this one just so I
don't
could
hurt my profits.
I picked this one just so I could read that quote because I was like, really? It's like calling the Dalai Lama just a guy.
The Dalai Lama is just a guy.
Exactly.
It's up to you to give him significance.
Because I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, and we're all dudes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Shout out
Uncle
to Kel.
Chris, hit us with your last fact, please.
All right, my last fact.
And keep it just as controversial as that last one. I'd love that.
It's not going to be. I'm apologizing right now.
Okay.
I don't have it in me, Sean. But here it is. So hot and cold water sound the same when they come out of the tap.
Hot and cold
or
water
when they're
sound
poured.
the same?
When they're poured. I won't say out of the tap. When they're poured.
Hot and cold water sound the same when you pour them.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you're saying.
Yep.
False. That is a piece of fiction. Although, I'm going to go with my gut. But
like, and not from the tap, like just like pour.
Yeah, no, because like my head thinks of it like this, right? When I pour cold water, oftentimes it's going into a glass with ice, right? Or it's just going into like a bucket or something like that. When I put hot water into something, it's usually like coffee.
I'm gonna say fiction.
So I think it's fiction. Like
I'm saying,
but you're pouring one into a glass and one into a mug.
I'm gonna say fiction because I feel like when you heat something up, it messes with the vibrations. You know what I mean? Because when it's hotter, it's vibrating faster. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So due to that, while it's moving, that would also make that sound maybe slightly increased in vibration. So that's what I'm going off of. It's complete pocket science. Makes sense to me. I don't care if it doesn't to you. That's what I'm going with.
I like your pocket science because like that all sounds logical to me. Like I tried to talk myself out of it with the idea of what I'm putting in, like when I pour things, like they may sound different because they're going into different vessels and stuff, but I still think you're right. Your logic is exactly what I'm using to agree with you that it's got to be a piece of fiction.
Unless heat means boiling hot.
Is like water vapor considered like water?
Technically, yes, but so what?
I saw that coming a mile away. So what is it here, Chris? We got a lot of fictions out there.
Pretty much
chat.
everybody's saying fiction. And I will say, it is fiction.
Yeah, dude, I think I got them all right.
Different due to the fact that hot water has a higher viscosity than cold water.
Higher viscosity. Now that's the part that surprises me.
Yeah,
because
most things when they heat up, it stops.
Yeah, well, because like ice is the densest state of water. That's when it's frozen. So that's very interesting to me that it's a thicker, because viscosity is a measurement of thickness of liquid.
Yep.
That's interesting to me that hot water is thicker than cold. However, when it's frozen, it's in its densest form. That's so interesting. God, science is in nature.
Dude,
is cool.
Science is cool.
Honestly, thinking about that almost made my brain overheat. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So thank you guys.
Sounds like you need some cold water.
Yes, I need some cold water and some shed time, which is probably what I'm going to be getting into after this. So thank you all out there once again for joining us here on the Green Room for another episode. Of course, stay tuned for not next week, but the week after for the throwdown between Mr. Typhon and, of course, Mr. Sloan from COD.
You mean the beatdown by Sloan?
Oh, dude, you gotta have some confidence, man. I think you can hold your own up against him, man. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
It's called false modesty. Learn about it.
Yeah. So with that, guys, stay tuned for that. Other than that, next week, I don't know. We'll think of something. We might do something cool. We might just do like a little rewick sesh or something, because I'm pretty sure I have some things that need to be rewicked. And who knows? Maybe the boys have a couple things.
I will be certainly needing one by then, I'm sure.
I'm gonna probably build something.
Yeah, dude, let's do that. So we're gonna do a little
rebuild and rewick,
refresh sesh next week, guys. So if you want to do the same as well, or maybe also possibly if you have some questions about what we're rewicking or whatever, or you have something, maybe I'll rewick it alongside you here on the show. We'll see. Anyways, stay tuned for that. I'm gonna throw it over to Chris and Sean to do their sign out. So Chris, over to you, man.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys as always. Chat was bopping. If you guys want, you can check me out on Tuesday nights on KBTV's YouTube channel. Actually, Addy Tooney just dropped a link for his channel. Just hit subscribe and hit that bell, as they say. And on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, same time that this show starts, it starts there. It's mixing it up. I always just have a good time. Sometimes like I'm like scrambling at the beginning of the show, which just makes me like perform better. So come by and check it out. And of course, you can check out shedtimepodcast.com. Give it a good old look over. And if you guys want to show some support, obviously we have a Patreon and whatever else, but you can even just support us by going over there and subscribing to whatever kind of podcast link you can, like Sean said earlier. And then lastly, if you guys want to try out any of my liquids, feel free to do that. Just go over to my thing and then use coupon code when you're there of Shed Time. And I think that's it. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Sean, take it away.
Boosh. Well, like I said, guys, a lot of changes happening in my life, so be on the lookout. The Angry Hippies no more. So be on the lookout for how all that is going to start to unfold. I got some surprises in store because, like I said, I really am reinventing the shit out of myself in many ways. And tune into the Shed Time podcast to hear all about that and many other subjects and topics, because when you get into the shed, anything can happen. And with all of that, I'm going to tell you what I always tell you week after week, show after show. Don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, try to have some fun. Back to you, James.
It's that time, ladies and gentlemen, for Confucius Say. And this week, some wise words of wisdom, some food for thought for all of you amazing shedheads out there this week, and to think about from our main man, Mr. Confucius. Tonight, Confucius Say. Argument between pharmacist and patient is called a pillow fight. Get it?
I love that. That's like a dad joke from Confucius.
Oh my god. I liked it.
Jeez, that's so good, guys. So, of course, thank you guys all for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this little free-for-all episode, and hopefully you stay tuned for the rebuild, refresh next week, and the build-off coming up after that. We're going to try to, keep the ball rolling on, some building content and, some other sorts of things. And if you guys have anything you'd like to see us do here on the show, or maybe people you'd like to possibly see us have on the show, because it's been a while since we have had just some random guests other than the usual suspects as far as the shedheads go. So maybe I'll try to reach out to a couple people. I should try to reach out to old Beecher Howard, aka
I was just gonna say that you should probably reach out to the turd.
Get him on to talk about the old RDA when it comes out. So maybe I'll get the feelers out and we can get him on here and we could talk about it, show it off, and do all that stuff. Other than that, stay tuned for the show. Stay tuned for the podcast, and stay tuned to some Boro reviews. I got the Ravine coming up. I'll have the Stubby coming up soon after I do a little bit more testing. I got to do my Pulse 0.5 video as well, which is just kind of like a little update video, which I'll probably knock out for you guys this weekend as well. So stay tuned for all that, and more videos will be coming soon, more streams will be coming soon, and more podcasts will be coming. So with all that being said, we're going to end this as we always do, sending out positive vibes, crisp pop fives, and as always, let's just vape on, shedheads.
Bye.